Hi dear friends, my name is Irina Lisova and I'm welcoming you on my travel channel on YouTube. But unfortunately this special video is not about traveling or food. I'll tell you my story of the war Russia started against Ukraine on February 24 of 2022. I'm a Kyiv resident and I escaped Kyiv yesterday. After half a day, I was woke up by explosions near my neighborhood at 5 a.m. And I took a very hard decision for me to leave my home and my family and join my friends in Berlin temporarily. I'm not a refugee, I'm not going to become one. I want to come back to my home, to Ukraine, rebuild it, and I'm very desperate now because when I was going, I'll tell you my story, where I am now. I'm near Lviv train station. I'm going to take now a bus to Prague, then to go to Berlin. First I came from Kyiv to Ternopil by car. It took 12 hours. I joined my friends in their car. Actually, I have not slept properly since the war started. Just a few hours every night, as most of my friends. For example, my sister doesn't sleep at all now. She's too stressed to sleep. So, what is my message? Until yesterday, no one that I knew in person believed it's possible that Russian troops enter Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. I didn't believe it until I was woke up by the explosions at 5 a.m. I'm very scared. Yesterday, I felt the first signs of depersonalization. I cannot afford crying because most of the time I'm in public places. But I feel this adrenaline rush. If you want to help Ukraine, my country, or maybe you know me personally, please go to demonstrations. Please sign petitions. Please be active in social medias. Please be visible. Please follow only the official media. When I woke up this morning in Ternopil on the second day of the war, my friend told me, check your family because your neighborhood was bombed. I called to my mom and she was not taking the phone for some time and I started crying. I thought maybe she died. My mom is elderly, she's 70 plus years old. She doesn't want to move anywhere from Kyiv. I cannot convince her to go to Western Ukraine, to a safer place for some time. Same my sister and my niece. So tonight at 4 a.m. my neighborhood was bombed. And they destroyed a residential house. Luckily, no one is dead because people were spending their night on the underground floor in bomb shelter. And since 7 in the morning, there was siren in my neighborhood, and my family went to the metro station because it's a safe place to hide from any kind of bombs. And they spent there probably 6 hours. And today the Kyiv mayor Vladimir Klitschko recommends people to get prepared to spend the whole night in bomb shelters because today Russian troops entered Kyiv. So what I want to share that people in buses and cars don't have warm food, and some probably don't have any food. So this is another girl from my bus. Actually, what I want to tell you, we just met her small tiny dog, which is coming also, which is traveling to Poland. Poland now lifted all restrictions for the animals. They don't demand any documents. So at the moment I'm close to the border with Poland in my bus for probably, I don't know how many hours, like 15 hours?
No, I think 26. We got up at 6 o'clock, and my friends called me and told that there are a lot of shooting, in Kyiv, and we were really terrified, so couldn't decide it. When should we go or no, because
Were you far from Kyiv?
yeah,
Where are your family now, parents?
my parents in Kyiv.
How are they? How do they spend their nights?
Really bad.
So the pictures that I can see here on the border, there is huge line of private cars and of buses, and people wait here for, I can't say for how long. I'm here already. I will try to count. Kind of 18 hours probably, like doing these last 10 kilometers to the border. I don't have life threat at all, but as all the people in the bus, I'm shaking, I'm reading news non-stop because all of my family is staying in Kyiv. Now I feel myself much better and much refreshed because local people from the village near the border prepared hot food and sandwiches for all the people who wait in these lines to cross the border. And this is the support that I feel, and this reminds me of the atmosphere of Maidan revolution, the revolution of dignity, when people supported each other. So like, I really feel so much support and kindness, and like, of course, each of us are so stressed, but I don't see any cruelty or violence among people. And I just went and got hot food 5 minutes from my bus, provided by locals. It's incredible. So this is a border with Poland called Krakowiec, and so there are people crossing by foot, and I'm on the bus, and I was recommended maybe I can cross by foot, but I see that there are so many people that some of them are staying here for already 20 hours, and some don't feel good. You can see it yourself. Until the first day of the war, I couldn't believe it may happen. I couldn't believe my hometown, Kyiv, will be bombed at all. And it's an unbearable feeling to know that my relatives, my closest people, now are in Kyiv, spending their nights in the metro stations, which are shelters, which protect them from bombing in residential areas. I don't know what is happening now. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just trying to stay optimistic, think that Ukrainian army will win this war, will defend us from occupational troops of Russia, and I will be back home. Now I'm traveling through the Czech territory. The whole time of being on the border with Poland, I spent there like 35 hours probably. This is Ira, also Ira, and she's Belarusian. What is your story? Where are you from? From Ukraine, and where are you heading to? And you're Belarusian.
Originally, I'm from Belarus, from Minsk. I lived here all my life, but after our terrible situation, political crisis, I moved to Kyiv first because I think it's a more safe place for me now. But after that, I moved to Lviv and lived here maybe 1 year. And now, for me, it's a very big stress because first time I'm inside the situation, war outside me, around me. And
Like most of us, like me as well. Yeah.
yes, like for all people, and we are in really big stress. And I'm like double
Stressed. Double refugee.
refugee.
How do you feel physically, mentally?
Not good because we had the problems with border. A lot of people. I think it's like a humanic catastrophe. A lot of women with children in the February, and it's really cold outside and very long lines on the border. We are tired.
Like, were you expecting something like this?
My friends told me, Ira, it's not true. Putin just can show his military power, and he wants pressure to Europe, but it's not real war.
This is the fourth day of war. I'm spending it on my way to Berlin, where I'm going to stay the nearest days. I have not slept for 4 nights properly, like most of Ukrainians. I'm in touch with my closest family members who are staying in Kyiv and spending their nights in underground metro station. Already second night they spend there. I lost touch with my relatives in Melitopol, in the south of Ukraine, which was violently attacked yesterday and the day before yesterday. Now I'm told that it's quiet in Melitopol, but people are cut from water, at least were cut from water and electricity. So probably I hope that they just don't have their phones charged, and I hope that they're alive and safe. I hope, but I don't know. I have house of my great-grandparents in Melitopol. This is my most important homeland. Officially, Russia doesn't recognize any loss in their troops. I'm safe now, but I feel so insecure and so unsafe because I want to get home. I want to rebuild everything they destroyed. I came to Prague to follow my way to Berlin, and now it's very unusual to see peaceful streets. I'm shaken when I hear loud trains, and I feel like my face changed. It's like this. I cannot smile properly. It's like a mask. I feel this completely different face. What I'm thinking of all the people who are now in Kyiv and in neighborhood cities who see the death. My body is so intensely stressed. No moment of relax. My eyes hurt because I can't stop reading news, and I need reading news because all the people I love are there, and it's the same for everyone I know. No one slept properly for 4 nights. Guys, now I'm spending a few hours in Prague between my buses, and I met a local on her way to demonstration. I'm just asking like what people think here in Czech Republic about war Russia started against Ukraine.
My name is Carolina. Hello, I'm from the Czech Republic and I'm a student. I study in France, political sciences. In '68, we were occupied by the Russians, so there's a big parallel. A lot of the generations, they still remember, and obviously we are so angry that this is still happening, and it's happening again. They are occupying a very brave country. I think we are seeing the news every day that Ukrainians are working and they are fighting incredibly hard, and I cannot really imagine that anyone would cheer against them at this point, because the heart that they show in the fight, that I mean, I would imagine that a lot of the people would say that it's kind of impossible to beat the Russians, but we are seeing that it is actually possible. They pushed a lot of the army back. They are still defending the capital city. It's incredible. The president is still there. I mean, I believe that a lot of the world leaders, they would immediately escape the country, of course. They can save their butt. But no, Zelensky is there, he's fighting, and it shows how incredible the people of Ukraine are. So we are going there with my mom today. I mean, she's very emotional. Like, she didn't want to come. She was crying in the car. She was like, no, I cannot do this. But finally we are here, and it's just here. Mm-hmm. It's just behind the corner.
I will talk to my friends about this support. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Будемо стояти пліч-опліч. І ми переможемо. Дякуємо вам, друзі. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Guys, my trip is going to end soon. I'm on my way to my temporary home in Berlin. The feeling of guilt I have of leaving my hometown, Kyiv, of leaving my family relatives, of leaving my friends. And I was talking to this Czech friend, and I was shaking, and he said, "It's very good, Irina, that you're shaking, because this is how your body releases emotions. It's better than to be just stressed." I want to take a shower, I want to brush my teeth, but this is nothing compared to the knowledge that Kyiv is being bombed, and not only Kyiv, the whole country. So in the moment I'm finishing this video with message to all the world community: please stop Putin, stop Russia, whatever it takes. People are dying, civilians are dying. There are already several hundreds of civilians dead in Ukraine. Please be with us not only with your words of support, but be with us with your actions. I'm lucky to be safe. I want to get home. I want to be together with my people to rebuild it. I want Russian military troops to fuck off from Ukraine. Thank you.